And we move just one field over, field 8 for this matchup. Tennessee and Nebraska. Scoreless in the bottom of the second, and after that catch by Elsa Morrison, 2 down for Nebraska. Congrats to Oklahoma State on the win against A&M, and now another top 10 showdown. Sage Margetko getting the start for the Lady Vols, unbeaten at 5-0. Facing the number 7 hitter, Carly Muehlbach, the DP in the lineup today for Nebraska. Third game of this tournament for Nebraska. It is the debut for Tennessee. Beth Bowens alongside the Olympic gold medalist Jessica Mendoza, Michelle Smith.
Sage looking really good. The lower half of the zone, the changeup.
Jordy Fromm looking on, gets the start in the circle for Nebraska today. Walked her first time up. Out of Gretna, Nebraska, they have a handful of players that were former Gretna Dragons under the direction of Bill Hurd, a fabulous high school program there. And a terrific feeder to Rhonda Ravel's Huskers.
His brother is Mike Hurd, who's the coach at Omaha. Another very good mid-major softball team. It's going to surprise a lot of folks.
Margetko gets her to pop it up, and that'll get out of play.
That was your side, Beth.
I could not reach it. I think it got Samantha Bland's dad or relatives down below us. There we are, everybody.
With longer arms.
Everybody seems to be okay. Foul tip into the glove of Morrison. And a 1-2-3 inning for Margetko. Scoreless through 2, Lady Vols and Huskers. Clearwater Invitational. A gorgeous day around the bay, and we are at the Eddie Seymour Softball Complex here in Clearwater. Day 2 of the Invitational. Beth Mowens alongside our Olympic gold medalist, Jessica Mendoza, Michelle Smith. We've got Jordy Fromm in the circle. We've got Jordy Fromm at the plate leading the way today for Nebraska.
Yeah, and she's doing what she does. I mean, you're watching her rise ball through the zone, how good her strikeouts have looked already, keeping those Tennessee bats at bay.
Well, she's explosive. She gets out off that pitching rubber, and that rise ball just explodes at the top of the zone. She can also locate at the knee. She's got a little bit of a movement on that arm side that looks more like a rise ball and a screwball together. Also a very good changeup, Jess. She's just dominating. Look at those 71 career wins.
Yeah, I mean, think about this is just her pitching stats. That's what makes Jordy Fromm, formerly Jordy Ball, so good. She can pick up the bat, hitting over 400 this season.
51 complete games in today's game. That is,
oh, wow. And some glove love as well for Jordy. Doing it all, 1 down.
Well, just athletic, and when she's not in the circle, she'll be at first base. Obviously, one of the best hitters in this entire lineup. Over 20 wins and 20 home runs last year. I mean, everything that she does is just on point.
Facing the bottom of the order, here's Bella Faw. Quick out of the circle, 2 down.
And even that is a tough play, and you can see she knows she doesn't have a lot of time. By the time she gets to the ball, it's a quick release. And this is tough. You're coming out of your pitch, and now this ball is mishit, so it's almost a full swing bunt. And just to get to this, it's tough.
Well, and this is Jordy. I mean, the fact that not only so athletic, but just Just watch her right now in the circle. The way she bounces. I mean, imagine being a hitter in the circle and the way that she just shows that composure coming at you with eye black down the cheeks. I mean, there is intimidation factor of Jordy Ball. She's a strong pitcher. She'll glare at a hitter. I mean, look at the way she leaves the circle, gets back to it, has that bounce. Looks like she wants to just take you on.
Very routine oriented. You know what you're going to get, which is a lot of fight.
Won the 2 championships at Oklahoma. That one's fired into the dugout. Then wanted to come home, be closer to family, got married in the offseason, elevate her home state program. And now for her and the rest of this lineup, which is almost exclusively upperclassmen and a ton of seniors, it is one season, one reason, and that's to win it.
17 of the 23 are upperclassmen, junior or senior.
And just who's on the field right now, 7 of the 9 players on the field are seniors.
One of those players that attracts other talent around her. Similar to a Carlin Pickens at Tennessee.
Nyjah, Texas Tech.
Yeah, at Texas Tech. Hitch your wagon to a star.
Well, and she encouraged so many Nebraska players that were playing elsewhere to come home.
Yeah.
11 players on this roster now from the state of Nebraska.
Camden twin, Casey Hoffman, who all were at Arkansas before transferring back to Nebraska.
Pulled to the right side, Bella Bacon beats her to the base. Another 1-2-3 for Jordy. Scoreless in Clearwater.
Shriners Children's Clearwater Invitational is brought to you by Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere. And St. Pete, Clearwater, Florida. From game time to white sand beaches, visit spc.com.
Welcome back here to Clearwater, Nebraska, and Tennessee, and now joined by Husker head coach Rhonda Revelle.
Oh, Rhonda, we've talked a lot about your seniors, 11 of them, led by Jordy Fromm. She'll be up third in this inning. We've just seen what she can do in the circle, defending her position. Tell us how special it is to see and coach a player like Jordy Fromm.
Well, just the athlete. I mean, the athlete, the competitor, the high softball IQ. She's always thinking. She's always thinking ahead. I mean, she's an extra coach on the field, but man, what an athlete on the field too.
And Coach, what's the message to your hitters trying to make some adjustments off of Majetko?
Well, she's doing a really nice job of mixing speeds. It looks like we have about 3 speeds to contend with, and we're really just trying to pick one because you can't cover them all.
Thank you very much, Rhonda.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, they are looking for their first hit. Just the one base runner so far is the walk to Jordy. But Rhonda and Lori been together a long, long time in that Husker dugout. Sipple, legendary pitcher in her day. They've been around for 90% of the wins in Husker history. And Rhonda, one of those that has played in the World Series and coached in the World Series. And amongst the active coaches out there, only Patty and Pat have more wins at one school. Patty Gasso and Patrick Murphy.
Wow, look at that. That's a legacy, right? Just incredible. Has done so many things for Big Red. Lori Sipple, who also pitched for Team Canada, coached Team Canada. Outstanding drop ball pitcher herself. I played with her and against her, and just a competitor. Loves to share her knowledge of the game. Both coaches do.
What I like too about Rhonda Revelle's style and Lori Sipple is the fact that they don't do a lot of telling their players what to do. They like to ask questions.
Yeah.
What do you think you did wrong? What did you feel about that outcome? Make their players think. Make their players coach themselves.
Empowers them, right, to understand.
Hannah Core draws the walk out of the 8th spot in the order, so a couple of free passes from Marjetko, and here's Samantha Bland. Junior out of Chino Hills, California, has a hit in each of their first 2 games. After she went hitless coming in last weekend, trying to drop down the bunt foul ball.
Elsa Morrison, man, all over it. Trying to turn a double play. A few more inches out front, she would have. Great reacts.
Looks like she's at a track meet.
Yeah. For the Oklahoma transfer, she has a ring now. Coming to Nebraska in search of more playing time, and she's getting it in the starting lineup. 0-2 from Marjetko. Waits on it and delivers. The flare out to right. And the first hit for Nebraska. 2 aboard with nobody out, and here comes Jordy.
Well, and that's a great adjustment on a changeup that can knee buckle you, and she just keeps that bat back. It floats, it's elevated just enough, and she shoots it the opposite way. Look at the way she's going to pause, gets that foot down as hard, stable on the front side, and can drive it the opposite way.
I love the double clutch.
Yeah.
Get that second gear, still plop it in the outfield.
Big chance here for Fromm stepping in. Walked her first time up. Last year, single season records at Nebraska for batting average, home runs, slugging percentage. And that skips away from Morrison. The runners will move up 60 feet.
This will be interesting, though, because will they throw to Jordy Fromm?
Right.
I mean, you love the runners advancing, but now first base is open. We've seen some production, but not a whole lot. It drops off. Jordy, without a doubt, the best hitter in this lineup.
It's either her or Hannah Kamenzind on deck. Marjetko misses high and away, 2-1.
Yeah, and that's a non-competitive pitch. That tells me right there they don't want too much to do with her.
I wouldn't. I'd make her chase. I mean, 2 runners in scoring position, and now almost a gift, the fact that first base is open.
That one was up almost out of the zone, fouled off, 2-2.
Jordy got on top of the rise ball. I think it was up out of the zone, and she hammered that thing down to the ground.
Which is strange because you want to elevate and get it past the infield that's pulled in. You think put it out on the green. You can see the middles in front of the baseline.
Did get her to chase. And a strikeout of Fromm, 1 down. Big get for Marjetko.
Well, Marjetko just going after Fromm, getting her to chase in situations she normally wouldn't. Fouls off a rise ball. How about a changeup in the dirt? Another rise ball that's not competitive, but then she gets the rise ball to bite for another foul ball and chases her downstairs. That's a huge get for Sage with runners at second and third.
She didn't get a strike. I mean, that whole
No.
at bat. Nope. She wanted to hit.
That's when, as a pitcher, you say, okay, if the hitter's going to strike themselves out, I'm not putting the ball anywhere near the plate.
Well, Jordy stayed on first base, was lingering down there.
I think they were wondering about the throw coming into the orange bag versus the white bag, if the ball was in foul territory or not.
So here's Kamenzind with 2 in scoring position. And the 1 out. Grounded back to Marjetko, her first time up. And it hit her, and the bases are loaded. 3rd free pass already in the first 3 innings. And that one wasn't close.
No, that supposed to be low and inside, and you could just see that it was worn right on the back.
That'll get Megan Rhodes Smith out. Former Tennessee standout pitcher in her day, and now handles the Lady Vol staff. So for the Huskers in their third game now in the last 24 hours, first 2 innings, not a whole lot happening, but they make the adjustments in game, as you can see.
Second time through the lineup.
Get it cranking. Beat LSU 6-0, lost to Georgia 6-5, so already 11 runs through their first 2 games. Here's Jessie Farrell with home run pop in that bat.
Well, this is the big out for Tennessee because Farrell's hitting .455. It drops down because of her last out to .435. But then after that, there is a significant drop off in the lineup.
Marjetko struck her out looking at a rise ball her first time up.
Marjetko, she's got such great movement, great off speed, so many positives, but the negatives are the non-effective wild pitches when it's non-competitive, when they're out of the zone so far.
Not even close to the zone, absolutely. And sometimes as a pitcher, you tighten up, you get in a big situation, you try to overthrow the pitch, and when you overthrow the pitch, you tighten up so you don't spin the ball. You lose those spins and those movements.
Farrell, if you're wondering, did not have a grand slam in her 2 years at UNLV. Deep center field, deep enough for a tag, and a run will score on the Farrell sac fly. So Hannah Core, who got on with a walk, advanced on a wild pitch, crosses home, 1-0 Nebraska. And now runners on the corners with 2 out. And it's Ava Kuzak.
Elsa Morrison behind the plate is making a living just this game alone, and we've seen her jump up to get the rise ball. Margic has been wild. Change up in the dirt, keeping it in front.
Freshman's been outstanding.
Runner goes uncontested from first to second, so Kamenzen moves into scoring position.
This is a good sign for Nebraska. Jordy Fromm strikes out in this inning, and they're still able to get production. This is what they need. Not always rely on her.
Catches the corner, 1-2. Doesn't chase.
See if they try to attack that low outside corner again. That's a good spot. Kuzak looks to be around the ball just a little bit, so trying to induce a ground ball, just something to get out of the inning.
Landon Kamenzen in scoring position. 2-2 pitch coming with 2 down. Full count. Kuzak, foul ball. Well struck, but just out in front.
And you know, when you're struggling, those are the ones that are like just foul by 6 inches. You're like, it couldn't have been just fair by 6 inches. It's like, come on.
The off speed is coming next. Usually the hard line drives down the left field line.
400 hitter a year ago. And grounds that one to Dodge at second. A couple left on, but one in on the Farrell sac fly. 1-0 Huskers. How about a trip back to the Knoxville Supers at the end of last season? Ella Dodge, a solo home run in the bottom of the first off of Jordy Fromm in Game 3, and that was all Carlin Pickens would need. A 1-0 win to advance to the World Series and knock Nebraska out. 2 of the 3 games decided by a run. It was a fan feast of Pickens versus then Jordy ball in those 3 games. Just epic showdown. And the Lady Vols went on to the World Series. Nebraska went home.
When we finished that series and we were like, both these teams should be at the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
It was just unfortunate they matched up in the Supers.
Star power both sides. Carlin Pickens, the emotion that you don't see a whole lot from. She had a heck of a lot in that series. Knew how much it meant. Nebraska actually went and rewatched that Super Regional for the first time to start this year.
Tennessee made it to the national semifinals in Oklahoma City, knocked out by Texas. The Horns went on to win the title. As Gabby Leach steps in here, 2-3-4 coming up to face Fromm. But both of these programs still very hungry for postseason success and for that elusive championship ring. Most appearances at the World Series without a title. And Kenny Gajewski, Oklahoma State, they're here as well in Clearwater. And then Tennessee and Nebraska both on that list, waiting for that special moment to break through. I believe Texas last year finally won one on their 9th appearance.
It had been Florida State who won in 2018 to remove themselves from that list.
Yeah. Leach singled back in the first, the only hit so far, the only base runner off of Jordy.
Jordy started her in the inside inner half. Couldn't get her to bite. Got her to chase upstairs a bit and then works arm side.
Strikeout number 4, and Jordy is retired 9 in a row.
And this is what makes her so hard to hit, because she comes back to arm side, but a completely different velocity. That reverse spin changeup is such a killer for your depth perception because the spin is so tight. It looks like it's coming in at 68 miles an hour and it floats in at 58 miles an hour.
She sells it so good. Doesn't slow her arm down. No tells. That's one of the hardest things about throwing a really good changeup is it's hard to throw something so slow without tipping the batter. A lot of times you can see grip, you can see arm speed. Something looks different. And so for Jordy Ball, she just sells it just like her harder stuff.
And that's why flip changeups are usually so effective for power pitchers.
Morrison skies that one out to left, and coming on is Hannah Kammensen, 2 down. Hey, Saturday night, ABC primetime, and on your ESPN app, one of the biggest games of the women's basketball season. The game day crew will be on hand at the Maravich Center in Baton Rouge. Joyce Edwards of number 3 South Carolina taking on Flau'jae Johnson and number 6 LSU. No love lost there on Valentine's night. That one could go a long way towards determining the SEC title. And there's a base knock, and it's going to be extras. Ella Dodge, the 2-out double for Tennessee.
Ella Dodge is her home run. We flashed you back to the Super coming in this inning. A big bat that woke up last postseason keeps on rolling into this season. Look at the swing, too. A nice job being able to stay inside the ball, drive this in that left center field gap, but it's the exit velocity that allows this single to double reach the wall, and, of course, the energy from Ella Dodge pumping up her team.
And Jess, you know what I love about Ella Dodge is that she attacks. First pitch, she sees it. It was right down the middle. Yep. She attacks it. She doesn't wait. She takes advantage of it.
After she struck out on 3 pitches her first time up. Yeah, there's a little blooper, and off the glove, it's short of Kuzak. And Dodge was running all the way with 2 outs, and she will score. Tennessee bounces right back to tie it up.
This is a tough ball over the head of Ava Kuzak. Looks like it's going to be caught. You see her drop step and start to go back, and it just hits off the heel of her glove. She almost overruns it, but watch Ella Dodge. I mean, does not even look up, you guys. I mean, you mentioned it, Beth, 2 outs, put her head down, but watch, she doesn't even look to see if she misses it. She is scoring on contact, and she does just that as soon as that ball gets down.
RBI single for Mackenzie Butt, and then she gets to second on the E6. And now a chance for Tennessee to grab the lead. Here's Holly. A wild pitch from Jordy, and a runner now at third base as the rally on 2 continues.
The batter is Maddie Rutan.
So Jordy's hip comes in a little bit early and flips this pitch out. Just gonna scooch past Farrell, get all the way back to the wall.
Holly, who struck out her first time up.
And again, continuing to go to that arm side, and as a hitter, you just get locked in, you start hunting. For the lefties on the outer half, for the righties more so on the inner half.
Talon hit .400 opening weekend with a home run. Good nibble there from Jordy, 1 and 2. Rays off the rise, 2 and 2.
Listen to that dugout too. This is a freshman up to the bat right now, and this dugout is all behind her.
Puts it in play, and it's Kuzak. Gobbles that up at short. Go-ahead run cannot come in, but the tying run up for Tennessee, mid-4. Invitational, and welcome back to a 1-1 game, Tennessee and Nebraska. And here is Karen Weekly.
Karen, we see you've made a pitching change. Sage Marchetko now out. Your freshman, Aaron Newer, is now in. Why the change?
Well, it was our plan going in, get Sage through the lineup one time, possibly 1.5, and we got to that spot, and Aaron was the go-to here.
And Coach, what are the adjustments that your team needs to make offensively to continue to put the barrel on Fromm's ball?
Get the barrel out. I mean, that's how Dodge, smoked the ball in the gap. I think we're just behind and a little too hesitant, and I'd rather see us missing pull rather than continuing to foul balls off to our oppo side.
Thank you very much, Karen.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And the new pitcher is Aaron Newer, who already has a no-no on the resume from the season opener out of East Aurora, Western New York. 2-0, 10 innings of work, 11 K, and nary an earned run to be found.
Outstanding pitcher, a lot of down and up, so it has that good vertical separation to keep you guessing up and down in the zone. Good test for her.
She'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the order.
The new pitcher for the Lady Vols is Aaron
And
Newer.
there you go, 31 batters faced, no hits allowed.
Impressive. Just a couple of walks given up, that's it. Good velocity in the mid-60s.
11 strikeouts, just 2 walks. The pitching staff in their first 5 games has allowed just 2 runs total. And now Nebraska getting one here today.
You see that mix, too. Her ability to go up with the rise, down with the drop. She'll top up. She can get to 70 miles an hour, but sits about 67, 68.
Two the count to Lauren Cammons, and
That's why you have to protect. Pitch prior was outstanding drop ball falling off the table, rise ball up at the eyes. Cannonson lanes off of it.
called strike 3. And she has struck out looking against 2 different pitchers today.
Well, and it's hard to protect off of Newer because she does throw so well. This pitch is elevated, but it's an over-the-top spin, so you're thinking it's going to continue to go up, but that over-the-top spin holds it level. Nice strike on the outer half. Her first out.
She comes on for Sage Marchetko. 3 innings of work, 1 hit allowed, struck out 4. Now enjoying some popcorners in the dugout with Carlin Pickens. Casey Hoffman popped up her first time up. A couple of hopeful World Series teams meeting here early in the season.
Well, for Nebraska, honestly, you're spending the whole offseason thinking about Tennessee. You're in the weight room, you're conditioning, you're doing all that stuff. You're remembering the team that knocked you out. So a nice way to start early in this season to get this rematch, especially for such a veteran team.
For me, the biggest challenge for Nebraska is with all that senior leadership on the team is not pressing, not the expectation. We've got to get there. It's our last. All those things that can work their way into your game and don't help you perform at your best level.
Swing and a miss, a couple of strikeouts for Newer. Well, especially after a 4-3 start, like I don't know that they thought that a 500 record would be a possibility. They've got a very daunting schedule ahead of them to test them, to build that resume, to try and be a top 8 seed.
And that's the conundrum. They want to be able to host. They want to stay at home for regionals and super regionals, so they play this tough schedule. But you do have to pick up the wins, like you said, Beth. I mean, that's a big part of the equation here. Playing ranked teams, but trying to improve that ranking themselves to be in that top 8 RPI.
Their first 3 games here are against ranked SEC teams. They still have #1 ranked Texas Tech as a part of our Sunday night showcase doubleheader on ESPN.
Giddy up.
Yes.
Week of the season.
Whew. Tennessee will be there as well against Florida State. Second half of the double dip. Seven All-Americans are here in Clearwater. It's been noted by our terrific research staff. Each of the last 15 national champions started out ranked in the preseason top 10. 5 of those are here on the road to the Women's College World Series. How about a visit with our keys to the game, Jess, brought to you by Shriners Children's.
For Tennessee, Karen Weekly talked about after opening weekend, coming into this weekend, attack the misses. They were taking too many strikes, so take advantage of the strikes that you get that are hittable. And then we've talked about it all game long for Nebraska. Senior season, this is the motivation that they have with all of these seniors and the veterans to win this year.
Here's one of them, Hannah Core. They scored their only run, reached on a walk and came around in the third. The Jesse Farrell sacrifice fly. And is 0 for 5 so far in the tournament.
She's made some really good defensive plays out in center field. I've seen quite a few. The wall has gotten some work, ladies. A lot of doubles, a lot of dives into the wall out in the sand. It's basically the warning track.
She had a 3-run home run last week when they split a couple of games with Texas. Quick throw down, not in time.
Morrison is impressive behind the dish.
Yes.
Freshman, 5'11". It's a good job of framing pitches.
Underclass battery right here, sophomore and freshman. Good learning moments. Kind of get back on track. We saw Aaron come into this game, strike out the first 2 batters, walk the next. Now behind here 2-1 to Hannah Cora.
.6-4 record a year ago. Threw against Florida at the Women's College World Series last year. Core, and that one will roll foul.
It's really interesting watching the way Erin Newer works. She didn't pitch a whole lot last year. Now this is going to be an opportunity for her to get a lot more reps. But she's got that hard drop, but it's like an off-speed rise. She takes about 5 or 6 miles an hour off the pitch that goes up. So not just a different eye level, but speed as well.
Oh, knocked that one off the top of the Tennessee dugout.
Yeah, so she gets that good separation, that velocity change as well, Jess. Also throws a little bit of a fastball. Not a lot of change, only about 3%.
Gets a swing and a miss there, and strikes out 3 in the inning.
Erin Newer showing what she can do. Has really good over-the-top rotation, a high drop, a rise ball that'll wiggle as well. Sophomore getting it done with 3 strikeouts in the inning.
For you on ESPN gets underway at 6 o'clock. Might it be Nigeria and Jordy head-to-head on Sunday night? 6 Eastern on ESPN, and then Florida State, Tennessee to follow. Texas Tech 2-0 yesterday. Nigeria picked up a win. Yesterday we had a couple of upsets. Oklahoma State beat Georgia, and then Georgia beat Nebraska. And as it stands right now, the Huskers in jeopardy of falling to 500 on the season. And Jordy Ball may be 1-3 in the circle against some tough competition the first 2 weeks.
Like #1 Texas last week.
Still have a couple innings to work with. Florida has Mackenzie Butt out there to lead things off. Ooh, some high heat from Alexis Jensen. The relief pitcher came on, I think 1 pitch, 1 out in the 5th. And now a 2-2 count to Butt. RBI single back in the 4th for McKenzie. That tied the game, and then Tennessee added 3 in the 5th. Chased from and Jensen came on. Tennessee trying to get to 6-0 to start their season and start their week off. They still have UCLA, FAU, and Florida State ranked opponents here in Clearwater in the next few days.
I think that's a big piece of the puzzle for the coaches because the schedule is so hard, trying to manage arms, manage at-bats, but specifically the arms. I mean, it's tough.
Was that a woe is me pitchers?
I know, that's so hard.
Response from the hitters? The throw down to first, 1 out.
Freshman Jensen coming in again. We talk about how good this changeup is, and you can see but swinging at it well before it gets to the plate. It's not even close to being in the zone, but that's what the best pitches do. They get you to chase outside of the zone.
Yeah, but, and what makes that pitch so good is that rise ball she's throwing up and into these righties. Then you bring that change up. Huge difference in speed and eye level.
Sells it so well. First key coming out of the hand. That's what the hitters see.
First at bat for Alana Leach, who came on as a defensive replacement out in left field last inning. Hitting in the 6th spot in the order. Always a good day for Kay and Todd Leach, the 2 sisters together in the lineup. And it's always a good time to mention their grandma, Wilma, played for the Rockford Peaches back in the day. Cannot confirm that Smitty played against her.
I did.
I'm sure there's film.
You can start that rumor. Jensen goes upstairs for the strike, 2-2.
3 daughters play in the ASL.
Yes, yeah. There you go. Gabby's already had a big at-bat today. 2-out, 2-run double in the 5th. Full count. Alana's numbers on the season for Tennessee. In just her 3rd at-bat. Pulls it foul. Sends them scurrying. Boy, after the winter that some folks have had, so good to see fans here in their shorts and flip-flops and a cold beverage. And
it's got all the summer travel ball feels.
Oh, pulling that chain again. The off-speed for a 2nd straight K in the scorebook.
She's just so confident with this pitch, and especially lefty-lefty matchup, Jesse, you know this from hitting. It's just nasty.
Oh, when you see a hitter as good as Alana Leach look like that, you know how good the pitch is.
All right, so can she strike out the side here in the top of the 6th? It's Maddie Rutan, singled her last time up.
The other thing she does so well, Jensen, that is she hides that pitch behind her back. So it's really difficult to see. And when it's coming out, you just see that strong flip. Gives the impression that it's coming at high velocity.
Let's see if she goes to the changeup next. It's this pitch that she just threw that set it up. I mean, up and in hard to these righties. Coming from the left side, that angle, and then you go changeup. And that's why you see the batter triggering there. She went changeup, it was in the dirt. And it's the combination of the two.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful changeup. That's what we see right down for the strikeout. But a lot of times it's that setup pitch.
All right, going for the strikeout of the side right here. The freshman from Gretna, Nebraska. Tries to rise again, full count.
Job by Rutan to stay off of those last 2 pitches out of the zone.
Three-two. 2-out walk. Saturday at 8 Eastern on ABC and the ESPN app. Top 10 showdown. South Carolina and LSU coming your way Saturday night on ABC. Big weekend of women's hoops and women's softball.
Get your Valentine's Day off, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what every girl wants. I'm telling you, fellas out there.
A good rivalry.
Throw on some basketball, throw on some softball. You want a nice date?
And
where it's
some
at.
of the ladies.
Good sports.
Here's Emma Clark. One from Jensen. Checks it foul. Five different pitchers already we've seen in this one. Doesn't get Clark to change. Two-two pitch. Oof, just missed it.
After going up, went right back to the knees. Oh, that was a great location.
Yeah.
And it's another full count. Drives that one out to right. Hoffman, fighting the sun, makes the catch on the track. 4-1 still. Tennessee on top. Carlin Pickens is back out there for the Tennessee Lady Vols. On in relief, the first team All-American, the two-time SEC Pitcher of the Year that helped get the Lady Vols to the national semifinals at the World Series last season. Here's a repertoire.
Take a look at what Pickens throws. She's got all that velocity. Drop ball at over 70 miles an hour. Look at that 75, busting the dirt. Rise ball up in the zone. How about a changeup at 63? The rotation over the top, so she has pitch speed and spin speed, which is why she's got so much late sharp movement. She's just so hard to hit. She dominates in the circle. Can she be another three-time SEC Pitcher of the Year? The odds are probably pretty good.
Especially because she's got a staff. I mean, seeing the other two in this game.
Second inning work, got a ground out, a couple of pop-ups, and walked one.
And just the fact that she's coming in to close this game out here in the fifth. I'm assuming we'll come back out in the seventh as well, but she doesn't have to throw this entire game.
Facing 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup here.
Yeah, she's got that prototypical body, though, to pitch, right? Long, lanky, long levers. So she gets it done that way. But you look at Erin Neuer, who was very good in the circle just before her Marjetko as well, the starter in this game. There's a lot of different ways to get hitters out, and you want a basically you want a bullpen that can do it a lot of different ways. But you don't always have to be 6'2" in order to be a great pitcher.
And Karen Weekly is
Lisa Fernandez.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's right.
some of the best that we've ever had.
Karen's always been one to play around with who starts, maybe a middle relief, maybe somebody out of the bullpen. I think back to their series against Texas when they lost the opener, came back and won 2 on the road.
That's right. Won the series.
Yeah, with some funky moves that everybody was questioning, but she knew exactly what she was doing. But here's another free pass. 2 to the first 5 she's seen. And how about this women's double dip Sunday afternoon for you on ABC? ACC action, Duke and Carolina. SEC action, Tennessee hosting Texas. Action gets underway at 1 o'clock.
Nebraska has not had very much luck in the hit category, but they've done a good job at taking the free passes.
Is that 5 walks and a hit batter?
Yeah, 6 on the day. Good math.
So proud of you, B.
I beat her. I could see she started to count, and I
No.
quickly tried to out-counter.
KJ helped you.
Counter the count.
KJ helped you.
11 of 18 pitches have been balls so far for Carla. Let's see if she can clean that up, and yeah, she can. That's her first strikeout.
3 pitches, 3 strikes. I mean, just goes right at her. Came down with the drop ball, comes back to finish her. This is the rise ball away, but you see the spin plus the velocity. Look at this stride. I mean, by the time she's getting to you, she's out of that circle. We were talking about reaction time earlier. You were saying, what, 1/3 of a second, 2/3 of a second because of how she releases the ball. But then the stride, when she releases it, she's a good 4 feet closer to you.
Absolutely. You start at 43 feet, stride out to the 8-foot circle. She's probably releasing the ball somewhere around 36 feet, 36 and a half feet.
Pinch hitter here is Alina Felix, coming on to hit in the 6th spot for Casey Hoffman.
That's what they're countering with, is shorter swings. Getting rid of some of the bigger swing pass. When you face velocity, that's what you need. I mean, she's providing the power, right? So as a hitter, you're just trying to get to contact.
Barrel. Yeah, exactly.
But a lot of times now, these hitters have big, massive swings.
Absolutely.
Just plays into Carlin Pickens.
Well, that one squirts away from Morrison.
And that's tough. That's 0-2. It's a ball down in the dirt. You get the swing through. And Morrison, the freshman, that's just really hard. Look at the way the hip is going to come through, the arm. It shows up. It actually looks like it hits the back of home plate.
The next batter, designated hitter, Carly Muehlbach.
So the strikeout still, because there was a runner at first, but the runner's able to advance. So Kuzak over to second.
See a lot more chase too against Pickens because you got to start that swing early, and that's what that last strikeout. I mean, you're looking at home saying, "Why are you swinging at a ball that bounces 3 times in the dirt?" It's like you step in against 73 plus.
And got a confab going on in the circle. Let's check in on one of the other games. Texas A&M and Duke. Good showdown, ACC, SEC. And that's Kennedy Powell with the bases loaded. See ya. Grand slam. Pow, pow. And the Aggies jump in front of the Dukies. And then just a moment ago, Duke came right back and scored a couple to tie it. So they are at 4-4. Next door on field 9. Here on field 8, we are 4-1 Tennessee. Base runner with 2 outs for Nebraska, and Muehlbach couldn't keep up with that at 71 miles an hour.
When she locates that pitch low under the righty's hands, no chance.
It wasn't that long ago when you hit 70 miles an hour, just 70. You were the fastest of the fast. Carlin's doing that every single pitch. Above 70 miles an hour, I mean, Monica Abbott, remember, she was the first. I mean, not only to go to Tennessee, break open the doors for the SEC, but to hit 70 miles an hour in college. You just didn't see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most pitchers are, I would say the average collegiate pitcher is somewhere between 62 and 66 miles an hour. And again, it depends on if it's the Doppler radar out of the hand or the radar that's picking it up in front of home plate.
Because I would say these are closer to 74, 75. Radar guns picking up 71.
Reasons being conditioning, diet, training, weight room, the advancements in technology. Guts, heart.
And you're learning how to pitch younger. You got to remember, a lot of coaches, when we were growing up, it was your dad that knew how to play baseball. Softball pitching is the one thing that you can't teach your kids if you're coming up through baseball. But now a lot of moms are coaching.
Yeah. Former players themselves.
So these young girls are learning how to pitch at a younger age. The state of Tennessee itself had slow pitch softball in high school. When I was growing up, when we were playing. Florida.
SEC was only born 1997 in softball.
After the Olympics, after the Atlanta Olympics.
Pickens trying to close out this 6th inning. With 2 outs, the 2-2 count to Carly Muehlbach.
She does have a changeup. This would be a good time because right now, a good battle coming from Carly.
Check that, a 3-2 count.
Well, that changeup usually comes in at about 60 to 62 miles an hour. A lot of other pitchers are hoping to, that's a fastball, hoping to hit that on the radar gun.
Lost her. 3rd walk issued by Pickens, and the tying run will come to the plate for Nebraska.
It's a great at bat from a freshman. The only freshman in this lineup. We talk so much about the seniors. 10 pitch at bat. That's something put in your back pocket facing one of the best pitchers in the country. Walk as good as a hit.
Gonna get a pinch runner out there. Caitlin Kaneda. And what a moment here for Hannah Core, who has been slumping at the plate. The transfer from Oklahoma will step in with a chance to do some damage here with 2 outs. Batting average sub 100 to start out the season. Ground ball to short, and the short way to second for the force out. And Pickens gets out of trouble. To the 7th we go.